Everyone, Paul here. Today I'm going to go over a very, very, very hard lesson that I had to learn the hard way, and it's just now that I'm kind of realizing, the mistakes that I've done with, crypto and all that. Um, but the lesson to be learned here is, if you guys have been following me for some time, you'll notice that, I pretty much frequently mention this is how I was introduced to Bitcoin in the beginning. And in the beginning, I'm not going to mention their names. You might see the brand name on these videos that I show you, but I'm not going to talk about the actual brand of the companies I got into because they're long gone. But in the beginning, what drew me into Bitcoin in the beginning was, and in the beginning it was just when I first learned about it, I learned it through the grapevine of a couple people saying, hey, you just get into this Bitcoin thing, it's going to be huge in the future, or what is this Bitcoin thing? Because at the time, if you guys can see this screenshot right here, this is when I first learned about it. And well, the lesson that I kind of learned, and it took me kind of a hard time to understand, and it's pretty simple if you you just understand. Back in the beginning, Bitcoin's price was what, $2,000, and even then, I was like, you got to find all these other different kind of things to, earn more Bitcoin. And that's kind of like my mindset. I'm like, well, I didn't quite understand it at the time. Let me just exit out of here. I try hard not to mention the company's names that I was part of because they're not there anymore. But this is my Facebook page. I've got a whole bunch of old videos on here that are
redo again.
Okay.
And if the hat packs were at the same level.
Okay, shut up, Paul. Okay. I'm talking. Okay. So closer down here on the bottom, you'll notice there's my videos here, and I'm going to be removing these in a couple days on my Facebook. They're the last evidence of the things that I did back in the day, before, when I first learned about Bitcoin. So when I first learned about Bitcoin, my mind was like trying to find all these. I didn't quite understand it at first. So I tried to find all these other ways to make more. There's all these, shiny ball syndrome, so to speak, on Bitcoin. Even back in the day, there was opportunities that was trying to get your money. Anyway, the point being, it's these sites that I'm not going to play the video, but if you guys want to friend me, you can watch the video for the time that they're going to be left, because once I delete them, they're gone for good. But the lesson that I had learned was this whole time, and I believe this took place, I can't remember when this took place, but basically it's when Bitcoin was $2,000. That's when I first found out about it. So the lesson that if I were to go back and tell myself to do something different, what I would tell myself is to go back, don't worry about all these other opportunities, because they're going to fizzle out, they're going to die, and then there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them online that even right now, and as Bitcoin gets bigger in price, there's just going to be more and more of these kind of opportunities popping out there. There's going to be opportunities that will seem, too good to be true, and then they're just going to end up taking your money. That's what ended up happening here. And once these sites closed down, I kind of realized what Bitcoin was. It wasn't until after I lost the money that I put in the site closed down, before I saw that I didn't even need the site to make the money. It was, I could have done it all myself. But I didn't understand that in the beginning because I didn't really know what Bitcoin was. So to kind of teach you guys what I've learned from this experience, and let me go somewhere here. I want to show you guys a number, a statistic that might make everything shocking. Okay, so I'm gonna find one of these videos, and there should be a little one of these old videos that I'm going to be deleting soon. I'll try to find it. I saw it earlier. Okay, so this was, I guess it's February 2017. Okay. So let's rewind. Give me the screenshot. Here we go. Let's put my quality a little better. Here we go. So I bought these ad packs, and right now it says my total earnings was about five Bitcoin, and I think I grew it to about, by the end of it, I think I grew it to about 40, but I was never able to withdraw the 40 Bitcoin because the site went away. But anyway, that's just kind of a reality check here about what these sites will do. This is in the beginning, and this is when Bitcoin was about $2,000. But even though, looking back now, see what's 5 Bitcoin right now? That's $200,000, something there. So anyway, that was the hard lesson that I've learned. So if I were to give you guys some advice, and even after all this happened, my mind still went in many different directions since then. There was opportunities, and it just distracted my mind from what I really needed to be doing. And I think it finally clicked. Because what I've been doing recently is accumulating crypto. And I've been studying how to day trade. I've been studying how to read the charts better. And I finally have some skin in the game when it comes to hodling. So my advice for anyone getting started is do not pay attention to these shiny ball syndromes of crypto. If you don't own that site, just forget about it. Focus on yourself. Pay yourself first. That's what you got to do. So my advice for anybody getting started is I would focus on the top coins. Now, do your own research. You guys can decide which coins you want, but my personal opinion right now is I'm only focused on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and ADA and Pulse Chain. Those are the only ones I'm really focused on right now, and I'm focused on accumulation. I'm also focused on studying the charts here and seeing if I can kind of figure out if how to day trade. But I'm not day trading in a way to where I'm just doing it to where I accumulate and I wait till it gets past the a dollar cost average, and I wait to see if it goes up. And once it goes up, I'll sell, and then I'll come back in later. But that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm more focused now on accumulation and hodling, and that's what I should have been doing from the very beginning. So take it from someone that has actually been through it all. Another hard lesson that I kind of want to teach is for those that are first getting started, and you're hodling, you're getting your Bitcoin. Life happens, and things will happen if you, let's say you're started to hodl a crypto. Let's say you put something in Bitcoin, and something happens, and you got to pay rent, or the car payment's due, or something. You might feel pressured to take your money out because you're desperate to pay those bills. Those are other situations in life that I've come across too, to where I started to hodl, but then something happened, and then I got to take it out. So those were other setbacks, and that's another reason why I've never been able to fully hodl cryptocurrency. But now it's, I guess they're better late than never. And what I want to kind of advise anybody getting started is start hodling it now. Start learning how to read charts, and don't give your money, your crypto, or anything else to any other sites out there. Just focus on hodling, and once you have accumulated a little bit, take your time, try to study the charts, look at some videos, see if you don't day trade, but day trade in a sense to where what I do when I day trade is I have a set amount. I remember I do wait for the price to drop. At least I find the bottom, and then I wait for the price to go up, to go past the. I always record the price of what I got in at, and once it passes that price, I know that I'm in gains. So I take that profit, and then I wait for it to go back down again. So that's kind of my process. So anyway, that's kind of like my advice. Let me show you real quickly. I'm going to give you real quickly an update on what I'm currently doing. Maybe no, I'll make another video. I'll do that in another video. I wanted to kind of update you guys on kind of what I'm doing with what I'm learning with my trading, but I'll save that for another video. So anyway, I just thought I'd make this video to steer everybody in the right direction, the people that want to come into crypto. Focus on yourself. Focus on hodling. Don't get mixed up with all those opportunities that are out there, because they're just out there to, take your money. So if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like. Oh yeah, one more thing before I begin. A lot of the stuff I showed you on Facebook,